Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am going to do my hair today. Not gonna lie, it's been a few months, so don't judge me. For the most part, my hair is really healthy. But yeah, if you're new, welcome. My name is Mercedes Grace. I decided that I really need to do my hair. It's time. I've had my hairstyle like this for like, I don't even remember, a really long time. I really like pigtails, but my hair grows really fast and I'm honestly ready to do a different hairstyle. I should do. Like the back of my hair, I don't know if you can see. I don't think it's that bad. Well, it looks like that because of how overgrown my hair is. Yeah, I mean, I've just been rocking this hairstyle and I really like it, but I think I just want to change things. I much rather do my own hair though than like go to a loctician. No offense, but like I just don't have that in my budget to spend so much money to do my hair. So I literally learned how to retwist my hair on YouTube and TikTok videos, and I just have been doing it, and me personally, I think my hair has been turning out pretty good. I'll show you some like pictures and stuff of previous retwists that I've done, and I try to part as even as I could, but it's really difficult, so I just like do the best I can, and I'm happy with the way my hair looks like. That's all that matters. It's not really going to be like a hair tutorial type of video. It's really just going to be me just washing my hair and retwisting it. I've had my locks for a little over 2.5 years now. So instead of washing my hair in the sink, because that's just a pain, I'm going to take a shower. So let's go ahead and hop in the shower. We're back. Hello. Well, you didn't know I left, but my husband made dinner. I went to go eat, and it was super good. I had spaghetti and my grandpa, which is his grandpa, but I just call him my grandpa too, because that's just how our relationship is, has been making sourdough starter. And I'm sorry if you don't like sourdough, but it's like super delicious and I love his baking. So yeah, I'm back, and I didn't put lotion on when I got out the shower, so I'm putting lotion on now so my skin is hydrated. Anyways, If you hear background noise, I'm sorry. And there's a clock like right next to me, so if that bothers you, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my hair and yap pretty much because why not? I have friends and stuff, but I don't know, like I have a hard time connecting, and it's not them, it's just literally me, and I am new to the state I'm in, so it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, most people are like, yeah, it's easy to answer text or call and check in, but like when your own mental health isn't in that state, it like makes it hard, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. And I'm an overthinker. I overthink a lot, so I just always have these thoughts of whatever, and I thought yapping may be good. Especially since I want to make a podcast one day. I think that'd be really cool. Right now I don't really have a good mic, so I'm just using my camera. And I don't really have the funds or anything for me to get the camera I want, so I'm just making do with what I have. And honestly, that goes for everyone. Like, I feel like if you want to be a content creator, like, all you need is your phone and to just have something to talk about, or a topic or something. Like, a lot of people have been switching over to social media for jobs because not only is the job market like horrible, but it's just more feasible. And I'm honestly really happy that influencers and content creators and just people are able to make a living offline. Like, it's the biggest it's ever been, and it's literally the perfect time. So that's why I honestly stopped procrastinating, and I was like, I need to make my YouTube channel. I've posted multiple times off of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and if I just would have stayed consistent, I definitely would have been where I went to, but I haven't, and I just don't need to be sorry for myself and just pick it up and start over again. Anyways, that was very off topic. First, we're gonna start with my hair process. But as you can see, there's like, it's not really a good angle, but there's like a lot of new growth. So I was saying earlier, my hair grows really fast, and honestly I'm happy with the way my locks are, but I definitely need to retwist them. Yeah, I plan on talking the majority of this video as much as I can without like any cuts or anything, because not only would that make it easier for me editing wise, if this form of content does like well on my channel, and a lot of people just like to hear me yap, because at least from the type of videos I watch in the communities and things that I see on my For You page, I plan on talking the majority of this video as much as I can without like any cuts or anything, because not only would that make it easier for me editing wise, if this form of content does like well on my channel, and a lot of people just like to hear me yap, because at least from the type of videos I watch in the communities and things that I see on my For You page, a lot of people prefer videos that aren't like overly edited and you're literally just talking to the camera. So yeah, I need to get my hairpins like my clips for my locks. I don't need to use them, but I still do use them so I can make sure they don't unravel. Because when I was younger, I got a lot of perms done, and so that damaged my hair, which I'll go and explain like why I chose to lock up my hair. But anyways, I don't remember where I put my clips. I found it. Honestly, I really need to reorganize. Like, I need to get things that make it easier for me to do my hair. And as I'm talking, I'm realizing I didn't get everything I need to do my hair. I think I just need my rat tail comb. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's just a comb with a skinny tail. But hold on, I have to look for it. I should have been prepared. I thought it was. This is a rat tail comb. And yeah, I don't use a lot to do my hair. Like, all I use is the rat tail comb. I use these clips to clip my hair down while they dry, and I use this. It's a lock and twist gel. This is not sponsored, but this does really well with my hair. It's can too, and I really love it, and it smells super good. Oh, it smells so good. But yeah, it's for moisturizing twist and lock gel, shea butter for natural curls, coils, and waves. Controls frizz and a silky smooth hold. So yeah, this is what I use. I literally just use 3 items. That's all I use, 3 items. And it's worked for me. But if you have locks, I would love to know your routine. I just keep it very simple. Right now I'm just gonna part my hair. And I do a really crap job at parting. Like I said, I don't really like do my hair perfect, but it looks good enough. What I do to start is I just part my hair. Sometimes I use this. I really love it. It's pink. It's really cute. But I start at the back and I work my way up. So normally I have a mirror, or I use my iPad as a mirror because I don't have another mirror. Well, this is a mirror, but it's kind of hard to see in the back. Actually, maybe I should start using it. But yeah, what I do is I just start parting it first, and I just start twisting, to be honest. So, not really a hair tutorial, but it's just what I do, and it works. So, yeah, I need to lock in. It's 7:18 right now, and I want to try and get this done pretty quick, because normally it takes a couple of hours, which honestly I don't think is that bad, but my battery is kind of low, and I just want this to be a long and enjoyable video. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I was going to tell you guys why I chose to do locks. So when I was younger, I always got my hair done. So I would have braids, crochet braids, like I would always go into the salon and get my hair done. And for a bit, like, I didn't mind it, but eventually when I started getting older, like more into elementary school, closer to middle school, I started getting tired of getting my hair done because I would get headaches from it being so tight. and I was just tired of the process and sitting in the chair, and I was just kind of done. So first what I decided to do with my hair, I was like in middle school, and my mom let me make this decision, but because of like all the perms that I got and hot combs and stuff like that, I chose to cut my hair. And it was like a big cut because I used to have really like my hair was like a lion's mane, so I had a lot of hair, and I decided that I was just done maintaining it. It was a lot. It cost money. Obviously at that age I wasn't paying to get my hair done, but I'm like, if it costs this much, I don't really see, like, I understand, like, because people will have to make a living. It's like artists, you know, you make something and you get paid to do it. So I'm not like bashing any hairstylists or anything, but it was just really expensive for us. And so I was like, I like short hair anyways, so let me just cut my hair. So I cut my hair, and I made that decision when I was in middle school. By the way, right now I'm gonna get close to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So what I do after I part is I just get a lock, and then I get some of the twist gel, not a lot, I just put a little bit on my finger, and I massage it in, and I just twist to the right. You can do palm roll, or you can just do this, honestly, but whatever you want to do if you have locks. And you don't want it to be too tight, because with that tension it could damage your hair, so you don't want to do too much tension. Normally I start on this side. I don't know why I'm starting on this side, but I am. And honestly, I don't think I'm really going to do the whole parting bit because I'm feeling lazy and I just want to do a quick twist. But my hair is growing really long. I'll show you pictures if I haven't already. I'll show you pictures of like my lock progression, because let me tell you, and I know I'm getting off topic, I'll get back on topic in a minute, but when I first got my locks, it was like so hard to trust the process, and I'm sure most people felt that way getting their locks. The starter lock process is not for the weak. I just felt ugly and I was like, is this worth committing to? But I'm really glad I did locks. So back to the story of why I chose to lock my hair. In middle school, I cut my hair, and for a while, it didn't really turn out how I wanted it to be. So I was like kind of disappointed, because I just want to be one of those girls who had cute short hair, because I really loved and preferred short hair, and I still do really love short hair, but as I'm growing my locks out, I'm really curious to see myself with long hair. I think that would be really cool. So anyways, it didn't really turn out how I wanted to when I got my hair cut, and I had to wait for my hair to grow back, and I knew it wasn't going to be a really long time because of the fact of my hair growing so fast, but it really was a process. And at that point in life, which is really early, I was just going through a lot, and I feel like Another reason why I cut my hair was because of what I was going through and my emotions and stuff, and I was just over it, so I'm like, just cut it off. I went through the process of regrowing my hair out, and eventually it got to the point where I got an afro, and I really loved my fro. It was awesome. However, it was still kind of a lot to maintain because with my type of hair, it shrinks, and it was just really annoying to get it to the volume I wanted it to be and to look good. And it was irritating just picking it out every day and shaping it and just doing all this extra work. I was over it, to be honest. So once my hair got to the point where I had an afro, I started dyeing my hair different colors. And this is fast forwarding when I was a freshman, and it was like freshman, sophomore year-ish. I'm gonna hydrate really quick. Remember to hydrate. Not sponsored, but I freaking love Circle. Like, I drink so much water now that I have a Circle, which might be sad, but it's hard for people to hydrate sometimes and to remember to hydrate. But they have so many different flavors. Right now I have peach mango, and it's so good, and I drink more water. So we're gonna take a little break and hydrate really quick. Okay, I feel better. This is a Christmas gift, by the way, and I've always wanted a Circle. I never knew they came in these like tumbler type bottles, whatever. I only saw them in the plastic bottles, so I was really surprised on Christmas that I got that. But yeah, so yeah, when I was in high school, for the main part, I had an afro. Another reason why I'm like backtracking and all this is coming back to me, like memories and stuff. Another reason why I cut my hair the way I did is because I really got unwanted attention from boys and from guys, and I would literally get harassed. Like, I didn't feel safe and comfortable, and like with my body type, I hit puberty at a really young age. This might be a little TMI, but I got my first period when I was in the 4th grade. I remember it was in elementary school, so I was like in the 4th, 5th grade when I got my first period, and then I got puberty really early on, and so I'm like this elementary middle schooler with this teenage girl body, and it was really uncomfortable and just an experience that I didn't want to have. Like, I wasn't seeking attention, and it was just really uncomfortable. So I thought maybe if I made myself look like a boy, that people would leave me alone. So I had that phase for a while. I would wear baggy clothes, I cut my hair short, and I would do the best I could to just not embrace my feminine side because I just was so uncomfortable. And I feel like a lot of people like understand that, where I'm coming from. And if you had to go through stuff like that, because I know there's a lot of people out there that had to go through uncomfortable situations at an age that young, and just in general, I am so sorry that like you had to be through those experiences, because I know how it is, and it's a horrible thing to have to go through, especially being a minor. Like, it's horrible. But yeah, that's why I cut my hair, and then I started dyeing it, and it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm done. Sorry, I'm like thinking, why did I go on this side? I should have started on this side. I guess it doesn't really matter. So I'm not really parting, I'm just grabbing the new growth of my hair and retwisting, and it's like going to be sloppy, but it's still gonna look good, you know? Like, this is a lazy retwist. Normally, like, I'm spending hours, I'm parting it, I'm making sure everything looks as even as possible, and I have like a mirror behind me, but I just don't feel like that. This is like the only time I'm like really going lazy with retwisting my hair. I think at a certain point, when you have locks or any type of hairstyle, you just do whatever is easier and you start to care less of it looking perfect, because it's gonna look good anyways. And I'm a perfectionist. I'm not like a huge perfectionist, but I will admit I am a perfectionist, so it can really get to me. But anyways, yeah. My fro got to a point where I was like, okay, my hair grew out enough, and I'm tired of picking and shaping my hair. I got locks after I graduated high school. I think I've had my locks for 2.5 years now, and I graduated at 16. That's another story that I'll get to. But yeah, I graduated high school at the age of 16. I'll go into that story in a little bit. After I graduated high school, I think I was like 17. I think I was like 17 when I started my locks, and it has this much growth already, and I'm really proud, and I'm very grateful that my hair grows as fast as it does, and that I just have my hair, because my favorite hairstyle when I was younger, whenever I went to go get it braided, was crochet braids. Like, I was obsessed with crochet braids, and I would just ask every time, almost every time, if I can get that style, because it just looks so good on me. Which I have some pictures that I could put on this video, which I'm gonna put them in because I just look so cute. I had an obsession with crochet braids. Yeah, I totally lost what I was talking about. This is why you should just, yeah, like, you could literally get monetized by having a phone. You don't even have to have a mic. Like, I don't have a mic, and you can just yap. I saw this video on TikTok earlier, and it was talking about overthinkers, and how overthinkers, if you channel your energy and your thoughts into just yapping, especially making content out of that, it's like kind of like therapy in a way, because you don't have all of this stuff in your head and you're yapping it out, like you're just talking about it to a camera or to whoever, and it helps a lot. I never made videos like this before. I've always been cautious of showing like my face and my body and stuff on social media, and this is my first ever video of me just talking to you. I know I'm talking to a camera, but I'm really talking to you. Like, you're watching me, whoever you are. I'm kidding, but it's just really good. Like, I don't know, it's, at least for me, being a chronic overthinker, it's comforting that not only you can get a free source of therapy, but you could connect with people and like get paid to do it, if that makes sense. You can literally just make a social media account and just yap. And I love that, honestly, content is starting to be like that more, because we're connecting. I'm feeling and I'm seeing a lot more of a connection with the person behind the video, the content creator, the influencer, whatever, and I love it. And that's my goal at the end of the day. I want to be able to connect with you and just other people, because honestly, making friends and just being able to connect with someone, and you're not going to school, you're not, like, it's not a coworker or whatever, like, not in an environment where that eventually would happen, and you're just out living life, it's hard to make friends. So, I don't know. I really needed to get that out. Kind of like how I was saying earlier, like, I have friends and stuff, and I don't talk to them as much as I should. Which, if you're watching this video, I'm so sorry. I don't hate you. I love you, I promise. But it's just, it can get really hard, and you can feel a sense of disconnection, especially if you're thousands of miles away from your hometown and you're just pretty much starting over. And for me, like, I'm glad I made the decision to move out of my hometown, because I'm the type of person who doesn't like staying in a place for too long. And I'm from Texas, so that's where I'm from. I was born and raised in Texas, but I moved around a lot, which I hated it. Oh my gosh, I got gel there. Anyways, it was really hard for me whenever I'd have to move, because I was in middle school and I just felt like I had to start over again and again and again. And also, different schools would be at different paces, and at the majority of times, I would be like lessons ahead of whatever we were being taught, because I've already learned it. And carrying on into adult life, like I was saying earlier, it's hard to connect with people and make friends if it's not through like school or work or whatever, because you're not in an environment where that's just gonna happen eventually for most people. So, like, most of us in our generation, we're like online, and like, everything's so expensive. I really want to go to school. I want to go to art school. I graduated. After I graduated, I took a leap year, a little over a leap year, to focus on my resume, I guess. At the time, I worked at a grocery store, so I worked in retail for a while. And I chose to graduate early because, not like flexing or anything, but just to be transparent with you, if you are currently in school and you want to graduate early, it's very much feasible. And even if you're like done with school, I just want to share my experience and how I made it work, because honestly, graduating early wasn't really talked about a lot in my community, or just in general. Like, not a lot of people really talk about graduating early because most people don't graduate early, which is perfectly fine, but it was like one of the biggest decisions I had to make in my life. So starting in elementary school, I was in talented. Yeah, they call it GT, gifted and talented. I don't know if that's like a statewide thing or a countrywide thing, but they call it gifted and talented. And from that, I was really accelerated. In the second grade, I skipped a grade actually. So I skipped to third grade, and I was doing third grade curriculum stuff. And I started taking high school credit courses early, in middle school. And for the majority, I was in pre-AP, AP classes. Some were called like on-ramps, where I would take literal college classes when I was in high school. And because of the credits that I accumulated from middle school, for my freshman year, so in 9th grade, I took straight into geometry. And then, because I already took algebra whenever I was in middle school, and I took geometry class, and then for my sophomore year, I was in Algebra 2, and then when we came back from the pandemic, I was taking pre-cal on-ramps class. So it was like a University of Texas, I forgot which freaking school it was, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I would just say talk to your counselors. If graduating early, if you're currently in high school and graduating early is a decision you want to make, I say go for it. And thankfully, because of my decision, it worked out for me. I knew simply because of demographics, I knew that I would have to work 10 times harder than the average person. So I made the decision to graduate early and to go into the workforce and build my resume. And plus, I felt like as a 16-year-old, I look back at it and I don't regret it, because I feel like as a 16-year-old going to university or college, because I very much could have, I just feel like the biggest problem would be the social gap. Like, 16-year-old, most people are going to be 20 and older, and I just feel like for me it would be hard to connect with anybody, and like, sure, everything would look good on paper and everything, but for college, like, the reason why I want to go to art school, because I am a self-taught artist. Also, when I was 16, for my senior year, I wanted it to be a big year. I wanted to do all of these things and achievements, so I was literally doing everything I could. Like, I was in theater, I was an actor and set designer, I was in soccer, so I was on the varsity soccer soccer team, and I was also like captain of JV, because JV that year really needed help. And so I mainly played midfield, and I was defender. I really like defense positions, but yeah, I did athletics, I was in boxing, and then I did track for a bit, and art is a big thing. Jumping back to what I said earlier, with me like taking advanced classes, that also went the same for art. So when I was in middle school, I was taking a high school level art class, and it was really funny because whenever I got to high school and I was like 14. Yeah, I was like 14 in AP art. And my art teacher was like, "Are you supposed to be here? Like, how are you here?" And I was like, so I told him my lore, and he was like, "Oh, okay." My art teacher taught me a lot of great things, and I'm grateful that I had my art teacher, because he really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and he saw my drive, and I guess he just believed in me. So he saw my potential, that's the word I was looking for. And yeah, I'm like jumping all over the place. I have ADHD, if you couldn't tell, so I'm so sorry if you don't enjoy yap videos like this. It's not scripted at all, and I'm just talking about whatever comes to my mind. Me personally, I love videos like this. I love like just putting a video on and just hearing them yap, because it's just, one, it's a sense of comfort, and two, it's just, I don't know, I just like content like that, so hopefully you guys do too, but if not, I won't do this as often, or maybe I just won't care and I'll do content like this anyways, because it's easy and I enjoy yapping. Anyways, I got like way off topic. Back to graduating early. If you want to graduate early, I would say talk to your counselor. You don't have to take, like, you don't have to be insanely smart to graduate early. I feel like a lot of people think, oh, well, I can't graduate early because my grades aren't good, or like I suck at math, or, you know, and you don't need to be in that category at all to graduate early. I say, honestly, talk to your counselor. That's what I did. As soon as I got into high school and I got like my classes and stuff sorted out, I spoke with my counselor, and I was like lucky to have good counselors, because I know a lot of schools, they don't really have the best support system for their students, which sucks. And on top of that, like, teachers get paid crap and deal with a lot of crap, so like it's just all over the place with the education system. Anyways, if that's a goal of yours, I honestly say do it. You don't have to be the next genius to graduate early. You don't have to be the next genius to do what makes you passionate and what your dreams are. Like, and I really want to be an advocate and just show people, even with the cards that you were dealt. Like, for me, I had to grow up really fast, and I'm not going to go into detail, but I went through a lot of stuff at a young age, and I was able to make it. And I know that's not like a thing everyone can do, but I'm just like wanting to be an example for not only my community, but just for other people who are young like me, or even older than me. Don't let yourself get in your own way. Like, yes, we're thrown into situations that are really difficult, and it seems like it's going to be impossible to get out of said situation. But I feel like you should look at your life, really analyze the stuff that you went through that you thought was hard at the time and may still think was hard, and look at yourself like you're still here. And I'm really passionate about talking about things like this, because I want other people to succeed. I've talked to so many people who spent like 20 years at some job that can literally fire them the next day. And like, just getting to know them and their passion, and they're like, well, it's too late for me. And that hurts to hear, because no offense, like, if you're one of those people who've worked at a place like for 10 years, no offense to you. I'm just saying, for me, that's not the type of life I want to live. Right now, I'm in corporate. And yes, I'm climbing the corporate ladder, but this is what I want to do. I want to be a content creator. I want to be an advocate. I don't really want to be seen as an influencer, which brand deals and stuff like that, like PR would be great, which is another topic that I'm going to get into. But anyways, as I was saying, I knew from a young age that I wanted to work for myself. And at the age of 14, I started my very own small business. And from there, I have done so many different things. But because of just trying, like, I didn't know what to do as a 14-year-old. I just knew that I want to support my family, I want to support myself, and I want to learn these things. I want to be a full-time artist. I want to be a content creator. And a lot of people, especially like the way social media is, and I feel like it's being talked about a lot more, and a lot of people are being transparent about it, which is great, because not everything you see on social media is true. As cliche as that is, it can really be brainwashing. You see these like celebrities or like people who have like so many followers, and all you see is where they're at now. You don't see what they did to get there. And I'm not including Nepo babies, because we don't talk about them. Which, honestly, I could go on a whole rant about Nepo babies and nepotism. And I know it's like really controversial, but I don't care. I could make a whole video about how I feel in regards to Nepos. But anyways, talking to people like me and people who are not a Nepo baby, it's just like, say you want to be a full-time artist like me. A lot of artists, and I've seen this a lot, most artists, to start off with, they're either luckily living like rent-free with their friends or family or whatever. They have some sort of support system that can help them, and you know, they don't really have to pay for bills or expenses that make it hard to be self-sufficient in being a business owner. So there's like people like that have, you know, and like you see on social media and you're like, oh, like they have their own house and they're like full-time this, and like I've seen a lot more content creators be like, let me de-influence you in my life as an artist. And they're like, for example, they have a day job, but they're still running an art business because it's freaking hard. It's hard, and it's not to discourage you or anybody, and I'm still getting through this process myself, which is why I've picked up and ran away from all these different business ideas that I've had, and like staying consistent is like the biggest thing. It's hard to work for yourself for most people, because you really have to have a self-driven mindset. And while I do have that mindset, it can be really frustrating when you don't get the results that you deserve to get because of like the algorithm or whatever that may be deterring it. Because you're like, you have a small following. Like, everyone starts from somewhere. Like, you're gonna have to start from zero. You're gonna have to start from the ground. And that's where most of these people and influencers have gotten to where they are today. And I have a day job, but I am really adamant about working for myself because I don't like working for other people. And like, obviously if it's like clients and I'm doing a commission, like that's different, you know? But like, I don't want to work a 9-to-5. I don't want to have a day job, but that's the way it has to be for now. Because my day job supports my bills and it supports my business until my business can support itself, you know? And it's just really hard to work through that mindset. And that's where I'm at now. Like, it's really like a mindset thing. I've shown myself that I can make a business and I can make good money off of said business. I've posted multiple times on Instagram, and it might not seem a lot to most people, but when I started posting consistently on Instagram, I started getting views, like more than 100. Like, I was getting thousands of views. And then on my art TikTok, I started getting like 100k views on some of my videos. And if I would have just been consistent in what I was doing, I probably would have had a large following. But I can't dwell on my mistakes. I can only learn from them. And I feel like that's important for most people as well, is to like, don't get in your own head about it. Like, yes, you could have done this, could have done that, and I'm one to talk. I like really beat myself up and undermine my ability to do things. But I just feel like people need to hear this. Like, if there's something that you want to do, small businesses are growing by the minute, ever since the pandemic, people have been making their own business, doing digital products, doing something. And with the way things are now, companies are literally paying content creators to do sponsorships and other things. And this is where I'm going to talk about brand deals and PR and stuff. I am excited to get monetized. I know I'm not there. I need like 3,000 hours and 500 subscribers, and I need to post 3 videos in set amount of time, and I'm just now starting out. So some people's process is faster than others, but I can't get ahead of myself. I can't put a time limit. Like, it's good to set goals, but if you put a time limit on said goal, that could honestly disappoint you and make you want to quit. And it really just depends on the type of person you are. But for most people, if you set a time limit, like, oh, I want to be a millionaire by next year, you're more than likely going to be disappointed. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm trying to be in the moment is the word, I guess. Be in the moment of what I have now and celebrate the small wins. Like, I'm almost at 200 subscribers. I'm so excited. And this video may not get any views, and that's fine, because I know since I've shown myself I'm capable of doing it from past experiences. I know if I am consistent that it's feasible. And some people are like, well, how do you just know that? I'm like, well, have you tried it for yourself? Like, try whatever you're passionate about. And it might not work the first couple of times. It didn't work for me when I started a business at 14. I did so many different things. Like, I did a logo business and stickers, and like my teachers, well, commissions are different because, like, I'm not going to talk about commissions, but like, I would try to do all these little things and I didn't know what I was doing, but because I didn't know what I was doing, like, you're not going to get all the answers to what you need to do. I feel like that is what holds a lot of people back as well, is like, oh, I don't have enough money to do this, or I don't have enough of whatever. I didn't know what I was doing when I was 14, and I still don't really know what I'm doing. Well, like, I guess that's not really fair to say, because, like, I know what I'm doing to a certain extent, but for me to get the knowledge that I know now, I had to do it. I just had to do it. And I feel like that goes for most people. If you can, just try. And if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to the first time, try not to get too upset about it and just keep going with it. You know? I don't know. That's just how I feel. I feel like one day I will be a full-time artist and a full-time content creator and be able to be self-sufficient and not have to work for anybody. And by anybody, I mean like your 9 to 5 or like retail or whatever industry. Client work, like, that's different. But I don't want to work a day job. I really don't. And if I didn't have to, I wouldn't be. But that's the way it is. As depressing that may sound. Anyways, I'm gonna show you the progress, because I've been yapping for 40 minutes straight. This is the progress right now. So I've almost got the back fully done, which is great. And it's been like an hour. So I think I'm making good progress, because the top, once I get to the top, it's like really easy, because all I do is I just split it. So I just do one half this way, then I do one half the other way, and I'm done. I feel like the back takes me the longest, because I'm not like it's not as easy to see. But yeah. I need another water break because I'm talking so much. Remember to hydrate. Okay, that's better. Oh my gosh, I felt like a dying plant. Do you have plants? I want to be a plant mom so bad. What are good plants to have? Like, for starters. Because I have a green thumb. Whenever I was younger and I grew up in my childhood house, my pop started a garden in our backyard, and like we grew crops and veggies and plants. So I know I have a green thumb, but there's just so many things I want to do, you know? Speaking of nature, I'm a city girl. I am from Texas, like I said earlier, and now I live up north. And as you can imagine, there's not a lot of city up north. And I felt like, you know, I'm the type of girly that I like going out and doing things. Like, not really, I'm an ambivert, so I don't like really going to parties or anything like that. I'm a social butterfly. By the way, like, this is who I am naturally. Like, my friend Kai, he commented on my last video. He was like, you know, you're being like super shy, right? Like, you're talking all timid. Like, I don't know, that's not how you are in person. And when he told me that, I'm like, you're so right. Like, I am just being, and I feel like that's like normal for starting a YouTube channel or just starting to talk to a camera. But you just can't get in your head about it, you know? Like, just be authentic, be yourself. I'm trying to be as authentic as possible. I have 10%. Oh my goodness. I hope I have enough storage to record this video. Like, this video is probably gonna be like an hour long. Anyways, this is like who I am normally. A lot of my friends, like, it's gonna sound bad, but a lot of my friends, they're like, my personality, they're like, it's like you're always drunk or high. And I'm like, that's just my personality, I guess. And then a lot of my friends, they're just like, I feel like I'm high when I'm talking to you. And I'm like, that's a huge compliment for me. Because, like, I don't know. But, yeah, this is how I normally talk. I don't, like, I'm kind of a loud person. And I'm like just really weird and rambunctious and just goofy, and I just want to be as real as I can with you guys. I'm so happy with my locks and how much they've grown. Like, I'm so proud. Yay! My babies! I like how I was talking about plants and like talking about my personality. Like I said, I have ADHD. So if you know, you know. And I feel like that's the way this is gonna be. Like, if I don't have a script, it's most likely gonna be like this. I don't think it's bad. Like, I don't think it's a bad video. I think it's a good video. Like, I would watch it, but of course that's me. I don't know. I hope whoever is watching likes this video. Anyways, I was gonna talk about something. I forgot what I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about brands. So, I know I'm not there yet to get monetized, but I just feel like if I keep doing what I'm doing and just making whatever content, well, I have a goal of what my content is. If you watch my first video, which is like, I'm so awkward and so shy in that video, but if you watch that video, for the most part, I want this channel to be like, obviously art. Eventually, I'm gonna start making art videos. There's a knot back there. Well, it's not like a knot, but it's like new growth. And I don't feel like messing with it. Bruh. So annoying. I hate doing the back. This is where my arms get tired the most part. This is a workout, but it's well worth it at the end. Anyways, I'm excited to get monetized, and I don't know, like with brand deals and PR, I am not like a beauty girly. Like, I might look like that, maybe, I don't know. But I don't use like anything on my face because my skin is so sensitive. I don't use skincare. I don't, like, I use like lotion and stuff like that, but I don't really do much. I am pretty much just all natural, and not to like flex or anything to like girlies or people that use products, because I want to use products, I just don't know what products to use. So like, I guess what I'm saying is I'm excited to eventually get brand deals because I could try new things. I feel like I'd be a good advocate because I'm going, like, if it's something that like isn't for me, then I will voice that. Like, that's why I don't want to be seen as an influencer. Like, I want to promote products that I would actually use, you know? And I feel like it would just be so fun to not only find something that works for me, but like tell my audience and share that experience with my audience. And be like, hey, here's this product. You know, I don't know, I'm so excited for like PR and stuff because I just want to try things, and I don't really go on like shopping sprees or anything because I have buyer's remorse. Not as bad as it used to be, but most of the stuff that I get for myself is art supplies and clothes, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like hard for me besides those things. And even when I buy those things, I might feel bad. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, even if I buy like art supplies or if I buy like clothes, I can still feel bad. But I just want to experience a variety of things, and like getting PR, like product for free basically, but I get to like promote that product, which is kind of like influencer-ish, but like I think it would be like so fun for me because I don't really shop like that, and so I'm going to be like genuine like genuine reactions, you know, like, because it's like Christmas. It's gonna be like Christmas whenever we get there. Yeah, anyways, I've been talking for an hour straight, which is crazy. Not really, because I know I'm a yapper, but I'm like, who's gonna watch this video? Like, they're gonna see this video, it's like almost 2 hours long, and they're gonna be like, this girl made a movie. Like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really gonna have to do much to edit it, because I just want this video to be raw and uncut, basically. So I'm going to do as minimal as possible and just post it and see how it goes, which I hope it goes well, because it's been really fun just yapping and doing my hair. But I think I'm going to, because my battery's low, I think I'm just going to pause the footage right here, and then like I'll check back in with you guys in a minute, because like I'm halfway done with my hair now. So I'll see you guys in a second. Yeah. Hello, we are back. So I totally kind of forgot what I was talking about before I left you guys, but we made a lot of progress. I'm like, this bit, that's all I have left to do with my hair. Normally, and I know you get faster the more you do your hair, normally it takes me like 4 hours, and it's 8:51. It's only taken me like, it's about to be 2 hours, and I'm almost gonna be done with my hair, just yapping, and it's crazy how much it helps. So yeah, anyways, back to the scheduled program. I believe I was talking about social media, and like, I know I was talking about brand deals and stuff, but I'm just gonna start off with talking about social media and like the way life feels, at least like for my age. With social media, a lot more content creators are being transparent, which I love. It's great, and it's destigmatizing people into thinking, oh, this person has this nice car, or this house, or this amount of followers, or whatever they have that you don't have, and all you see is what they post. You don't see the behind the scenes, and it makes you feel behind. I feel behind, and I'm 19 years old, and because like social media, I feel like, yeah, it's a great thing, for the most part, but like, I don't know, it's like, at the same time, if I bed rot and I just doom scroll what I see on my For You page, sometimes I get really depressed because I see these artists and I see these content creators and whatever, and like, I post something or I make something and it doesn't do as well, and I feel like I'm doing something wrong and this person's better than me. Like, you know, a comparison game, and it's really bad to do that, and I'm trying not to, because I want to be that person. Like, I want to have the mindset of like not envy and not like being depressed. I want to have a positive mindset. I want to be able to see someone where I want to be and not feel negative towards it. And like, I know it's natural to feel that way, I think, but I just want to work on that, because I feel like that's one of the biggest things that gets in my way when it comes to like making content and being an artist, is because like, not only am I battling my own thoughts in my head and having like doubt and worries and stuff, but it's like also my mindset and what I'm seeing on social media, and like not being able to handle it all the time. And it's hard, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. I feel like a lot of people are scrolling, they see someone like who has a YouTube channel, and they're like, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, but like, I'm the type of person who can never start a YouTube channel because whatever reason, I guess. And you get in your own way. And I mean, that's not the case all the time, but for me, I get in my own way. And because of that, I let other sources build on top of that, and it just makes it hard to feel like I can accomplish like anything. So yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that, but I just felt like I needed to say it. But speaking of content creators in a positive light, there is a list of content creators that I love so dearly that has motivated me, because I've been working on my mindset. By the way, journaling helps a lot. Like, you don't have to be a writer to journal, and you probably hear it a lot nowadays about journaling, but you can literally just write down a couple words. You'd be surprised how effective it could be, just writing it down and getting it out of your head. Just having a source of expression so it's not all up here really helps. At least it helps me. Anyways, I just want to dedicate a moment to the content creators that has motivated me to post and to do what I actually want to do. And I have a list here. So first, I want to share, and like honestly we could just share like other creators or like people that we watch, because I am constantly looking for new people to watch and support, especially like with smaller channels. So if you have any recommendations, feel free to share, because I'm about to share mine. So first and foremost, there's an artist, love her dearly. I look up to her so much. I literally, when I was in school, so I didn't go to college, but I did do like an accelerated internship program where it was like 3 months of learning and 3 months of like the internship, and then based off of your performance from school and how well you did in your internship will like determine if you got converted to a full-time job, which I kind of talk about it a little bit in my first video. But basically I got converted to that full-time job, and I worked in a call center, and then I had a work from home job, and it was great. And I don't know where I was going with that. I really want to give kudos to her, because ever since I graduated high school, I just felt like, because of my accomplishments, so I went to VACE, which is a Texas state competition that you go to for art, and you do what's called a senior portfolio. And I'll show you pictures of my artwork, my paintings. And I can honestly make a whole nother video like explaining my art high school experience. If that's something that you want, just let me know. Anyways, so I had all these accomplishments, kind of like going way back to when I was like doing everything for my senior year, because I just wanted to be a big year and I just wanted to do everything that I could since I was graduating early. And I already knew, like, I felt like I was going to be missing out because I wasn't going to go to college because I was so young. But I just wanted to do everything. And so for my art experience, I was a gold medalist at VACE, and there's a senior portfolio. So for my district, it's FWISD, which is the Fort Worth school district. But they like extended the radius more for people to compete. Whatever. Anyways, 16-year-old, senior, and I was competing for senior art portfolio, and I got gold medal and a certificate in that too. And then I ended up having my art shown at the like Arts of Fort Worth Museum, which is cool because for the gallery showing, my art, like my portfolio or whatever, was like above the title, if that makes sense, of like the gallery. So it was like the first thing you saw was like my paintings on the wall, and it was so cool. And basically, and then I had another competition. It was like a mayor art show. I just did all these competitions, and like I didn't know I could paint the way I did. And my art teacher, like, he was just like, I wish I knew like you can do art like this sooner. Because like coming back from school from COVID, like it was hard, especially for art, to get back out there and win state. Like it was hard. And so not only did I represent myself, but I represented my school, which was really important to me at the time. And it was great. and my name just kept popping up, and I was just like, wow, I could do art like this. Like, that's crazy. Because when I was doing my portfolio, my senior portfolio, whatever, when I was doing my portfolio, I just felt like I was at a loss. Like, I really didn't like the first couple pieces I was making. Like, I was just like, I don't like this. And then, like, out of nowhere, at least I feel like it was out of nowhere, I just start painting these like portraits, and like I find purpose. And I named my portfolio, well, I think I've changed it since then, but basically I've named my portfolio Interviewed Faces. And basically what my portfolio was about is there's paintings, a series of paintings of I did a couple of self-portraits, and mainly there were a series of paintings of friends or people that I knew in school. And it's called Interviewed Faces because I literally would interview whoever I was talking to be featured as a model for my painting. And I would just like have a talk. Like, for example, I did one of my friend, and it was based off of insecurities. And so like we just talked, and based off of that talk, I created a piece of art to represent that. And like, I want my art to be like seen how whatever you see it as. Like, I don't want my art to be like, this is this, and like, that's it. You know, I feel like not only as an artist am I like expressing something, and yeah, it has meaning to it, but like for the viewer and for you as the audience, I feel like it's important for you to like have your own ideas about it and perspective. I feel like that's a big thing in art, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, so the reason why I'm like telling you everything that I did in my senior year for art was because it was literally like a milestone for me. Like, I didn't know I could paint the way I did, and I got all of these awards and accomplishments, and I went to state, and I just didn't think that would be possible for me, even though I wanted it to be, like, wanted it to happen, and it happened. So my whole reason of ranting about that is because I look back at my art and my accomplishments when I was 16, and I still tell people this, like, I literally still feel like I'm mentally 16 most of the time. Like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you're mature for your age and you've done so many things and blah blah blah, but I feel like I'm behind because I'm so trapped in that state. And like, the pandemic didn't help, you know? Like, I didn't really have much of a high school experience. Like, there's a lot of drama that happened, and I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want to talk about it. But, like, I just feel like it went by so fast. And a lot of people experience that too. Like, the hardship of, some people didn't have a graduation. Some people didn't have prom. And, you know, like, big things that you look forward to, or at least most people look forward to in high school, and that didn't happen. And it was just like hard, and because of like all those accomplishments and things that I've done, like, I feel like I'm just stuck in that state, you know? And it's like hard to realize I'm 19, you know? And yes, like, I've made progress, but when it comes to my art, I feel like I'm stuck in like that 16-year-old me that accomplished so many things in my art career. And I just feel like I'm stuck from there because, and that's kind of like why I want to go to art school, because I feel like, by the way, we're almost done, which is so crazy, like literally so crazy. Like I said, this would take me like 4 or 5 hours. Anyways, I just feel stuck. I don't know if that makes sense, but I had competition, you know, and because I was in a physical environment, I was more motivated. I would do these paintings like overnight. I'd spend so many hours. I would like pull all-nighters and still go to school and like still have good grades. And like I would just do all these things, and I was just so motivated. Not only because of my like situation, I literally felt like I had to succeed, but at the same time, with me being in school, like it's just that environment. And now that like I'm not in that environment, like I'm not in school, I feel like it's hard for me to succeed and like progress from my creations when I was 16 and my accomplishments when I was 16 and like go forward in my adult life. And it's just scary and it's weird, and I hope you understand what I'm like talking about. But anyways, back to content creators that I want to shout out, because I needed to give you that backstory so I like made more sense why I'm talking to them other than like just liking their content, because it's so much more deeper than that for me. So anyways, the specific artist that I'm talking about first, who really inspired me and resonated with me, is Uncomfy. She is an artist based in Colorado, and I really resonate with her story because if you watch her videos, she talks about this, but basically like her childhood, her background, some of the struggles that she had to go through, I really resonate with. And she started her own business around my age, and she was like going to school, she was working, and she didn't want to like have to work a day job. She wanted to be able to make a living off of her art, and she was super shy, and she inspires me because like through all of that and like her age and things that she had to go through and things that I relate with, she was able to build an amazing community. She has an awesome business, and like she has all of these things that like all of these accomplishments, and I look up to her so much. And the reason why I just put her first is because of me transitioning out of being a teenager. Like she has really motivated me that it's possible for me to have a small business and have a platform. Like she literally, like, because of how she felt with her friends and family, like seeing her social media, she literally made an Instagram account. She didn't tell anyone, and like she started from scratch, and she just literally started posting, and she still has those posts up whenever she first started. And that's so inspiring to me, because the same day she made an Etsy, and she's just been building up over that time period. And where she is today, it's just like insane. Like I've literally written essays when I was in my internship program, and we had like assignments. I literally talked about her because of how much I look up to her. Like she's so awesome. And so yeah, she's awesome. Uncomfy Co is her website, and one day I really hope to be able to get some of her pieces of art. Like she's come such a long way. She's primarily a polymer clay artist, but she's been branching in so many different things. But yeah, she's like go-to #1 person that inspired me, like the scary transition of high school to adult life, and like wanting to make it as an artist and not be stuck in that mindset that like I'm in high school. And it's like gotten to the point where my creations and my accomplishments like kind of haunts me in a way, because I just feel paralyzed in that state of being 16 and like I'm 19 and I need to make things, like I need to progress, you know. I'm progressing in different aspects, but not so much art-wise. Like I haven't really made anything, I haven't really painted anything, and yeah, so she's like an artist I really look up to. and I highly recommend checking out her videos because she's so awesome. Okay, so anyways, another creator that I look up to is my fam, and I just recently found her channel from a podcast. I don't remember the name of the podcast, but a couple of months ago I watched this podcast. And my fam, she's just so awesome. I also resonate with her, you know, some of the struggles that she had to go through and like the situations she has had to go through at a young age. And she was just so driven at a young age, and she still is driven, that she was able to make a thriving business and just thriving community. And like, I love her content because she's just so authentic, and like, I don't know, she's like definitely one of my new comfort creators. I really love watching her, and I definitely want to support her business that she has. I'm blanking on the name for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I literally see it in my head. She has a clothing brand. I'm probably gonna put it in the video, like, the title, because I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. But she has this clothing brand, and it's like hoodies, like oversized hoodies, and it fits all sizes, and it's like amazing that she did that. And like I said, if you watch my previous video, I really enjoy wearing hoodies, and they make me feel safe and comfortable, and I also use them to like hide my body, and at the same time they're like a source of comfort, so I don't get like unwanted attention and stuff. But yeah, I look up to her because she's also a young creator, entrepreneur, like girl boss, and she's just amazing. And like the other day I commented on her video and she hearted my comment, and like she, like, that's I want to be like her. Like, I want to be driven, but I want to be real, you know, on the camera, and I want to share with you guys what I go through and just be as genuine as possible, but like connect. And like, she has over 3 million subscribers, and she like checks almost every single comment that she has, which is like really crazy and inspiring, because not a lot of big creators do that, at least from my knowledge. And it was just like, you know, the feeling of being noticed, because not only do I resonate with her and I love her content, but like, she noticed me, you know. And I want to give that same vibe to you guys. Like, I want you to feel heard, I want you to feel noticed. Like, that's the whole point. I wouldn't be here, I want to be on this content, like, I want to be on this platform, and eventually, because I know it'll happen, I believe strongly that I'll be able to succeed in being a content creator and an artist. Without you guys, I won't be where I'm gonna be, you know? So I'm just manifesting that. But yeah, I love her. My fam, she's awesome. Alchemy. That's the name, Alchemy. Her clothing brand is Alchemy. And I also hope soon to be able to purchase things from her brand, because she's awesome. And she's just a girl boss. Anyways, another person, speaking of girl boss, another person that I love and I've also recently found is Madeline RG. She does these like podcast videos, and like, she just literally speaks her mind. She has ADHD too, and she's just like so, like, with her words, like, I feel heard and seen, because sometimes when I'm thinking about my thoughts and like, you know, should I say this to someone or whatever, like, going through these things, I feel like I'm going through it alone. When I know I'm not alone, like, I have support, I have friends and family that I can rely on, which I'm grateful for. But like, Madeline, the way she's just herself on the camera, and like all these topics that she has, and I just, I just connect with her, and she's just unapologetically herself, as she should and as everyone should be. And I just love how authentic she is, and I love what she talks about in her podcast. And so she inspires me, and I also want to be like, just talk about whatever and have an audience that I could just talk about whatever to. You know? So she's super awesome. Really love her content. And it's funny because one of her videos I watched a couple weeks ago, I think, she was wearing an Alchemy hoodie. And I was like, everything's connecting together, you know? Like, and that's another thing, like a side note, by the way. Side note, another thing, like with social media, you're in control most of the time of your feed and your For You page and what you want. So I feel like a part of that, if it's something you want, being a business owner or content creator or whatever you want to be, like manifesting that can also be controlling what's on your feed and like discovering creatives that are in your pool of interest, and you know, just having a sense of community similar to your interest without like being in person. Kind of like how I was saying earlier, it's kind of hard to make friends if you're not in like school work type environments. But anyways, she's awesome. Ooh, another creator, because speaking of moving up north, I kind of like didn't really go into detail about this earlier. By the way, I'm almost done with my hair. Like, I'm at the top, which is insane. Like, here's the back real quick. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I didn't part, but I don't care, because I don't want my locks, me personally, I don't want my locks like nice and neat. I kind of like a little edge, you know? So I really like how my locks look. I feel like it really matches me. Anyways, speaking of being up north, I want to do a lot more reconnecting with nature. So with being a city girl, I've been like in deep thought of just because of how pretty it is out here, like just living on the countryside or homesteading or whatever, you know. And I've thought about living off grid. I thought of van life too, but like, you know, I love nature for being a city girl, and being up north and away from like all the noise and stuff. Like, no offense to people who like love being in the city, because me personally, I still love like the city, but I just love that I'm so reconnected with nature. I want to make content about that. Like, I want to go hiking, I want to go camping. Surprisingly, I love fishing, and I've always wanted to fish since I was little. And I just love outdoorsy things, and I just feel so deeply for nature, and I love reconnecting, and I love doing outdoorsy things more than I like doing city girl things. And there's nothing wrong with that. So basically what I'm saying is, creator that I've discovered lately, her name is, well, her channel's name is 59RT, and she just makes these down-to-earth type videos, and it's just so peaceful and like in the moment. Like, she lives in a greenhouse, and I just literally recently found her, and I love how she makes her videos and how connected she is with nature. Like, I want to be able to go on hikes and, you know, trails and camp out, and so I really look up to her. And these are like people that all do different types of things, and they all inspire me in different aspects, because there's just so much that I like, and you know, that's most people. So those are just a few of the many creators that I look up to. One last one that I want to sneak in is Honey Bear Jen. She's a little bit of a smaller creator, but she still has like a bigger platform than me, which is fine. She's awesome. She's an artist, and I really love like her videos because it's just simple like videos, and it's like comforting too. But yeah, her name's Honey Bear Jen, and she is an artist. She has her own business, and I just love her style of editing and like how simple it is, but it's like still her personality. And like that's kind of how I look up to be. Like I don't, and with these creators, like they don't have like overly edited videos or anything. Like there's nothing wrong with that, but for me personally, my content, I don't want to do like overly edited type stuff. I just want to be myself as much as I can, but also express that creatively through editing to where it's not like monotonous. Well, I don't even know if that's the right word, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Like I don't want to be like clickbaity, like Mr. Beast type videos. Like I don't want that. I just want down to earth, real connection, whatever videos. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I really look up to those creators, and because of them, they really inspire me and have motivated me to get myself back out there. Like I'm shadow banned. I have an art account and I have over 3K followers, which might not seem a lot to most people, but it's a lot to me. And that's the account I was talking about earlier where some of my videos have over 100K views. And because I was not consistent, I lost that momentum, and I'm like kind of shadow banned. And I posted a video like a week or so ago, and I got a little over 1K views. And I think that's really great because I've been in 200 view jail, which is horrible. And I don't know, like I'm just trying not to get discouraged and trying to get what I once had and more, and not try to dwindle on that, you know, like could've, should've, would've type mentality. I am almost done. There's just like this little patch of hair, which is horrible, that I'm gonna like combine with in other locks. That's what I do. Like with new growth, all I do is like I just grab it. For the most part, it's not like a patch like this, but for the most part, I just grab the new growth and I get my gel, which is on me. I get my gel and I just twist and I just clip it, and we're done. We're almost done, which is crazy. It's 9:24, so it has taken me a total of 2.5 hours to do my hair because I went to eat dinner, so it's not even gonna take me 3 hours to do my hair, which is awesome. I needed to do this more often. Also, like at one of the retail jobs I used to work, there's like this customer and he was like complimenting my locks, and he was like, you should do a tutorial. And I know this is not a tutorial like by any means. I'm yapping and this video is probably gonna be like a movie, but it's really simple. I don't use many products at all, and like I said, I didn't part or anything, and looks pretty good to me, so I'm proud of it. I like the way my hair looks, and that's all that matters. So I'm going to see you guys at the end of the video. Since I'm almost done, I'm just gonna walk in, and I feel like I yapped your ear off enough. So I'll see you guys at the end of the video when my hair is done, and I'll show you the final look. I'm done. Wow. And like, for not parting it, which I should, but I just wanted to be lazy. But She is looking good. I'm proud of myself. Don't care. Proud of myself. And we did it in 2.5 hours, including washing my hair. So I am proud of myself. Yay! I need to do this more often. Maybe I should make my podcast now instead of waiting. Because I just yap. Like I yapped for 2.5 hours. 2 hours. I don't know. But anyways, this is the final look. Final look. I don't know. Yeah. So that's how she's looking. A lot better than earlier. So yeah. I want to thank you for listening to me yap for this long, however long this video is. Thank you for hearing me out. I hope you enjoy videos like this because I would love to do more of these type of videos in the future. So I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope I kept you company, whether if I was in the background or whatever. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and supporting me and my channel. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and this weekend coming up, comment if you have anything going on, even if you don't. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with me and listening to me. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, lovelies.